Good morning, guys. It's Thursday, and hopefully today I get to hear from my mom about what's going on with her. That's what I was told that we'd find out today, so I'm kind of crossing my fingers and hoping for the best. I know it won't be any time early in the day, probably, but today is the day. But mostly today, what I want to talk about is road construction, because it's everywhere. From my house to work, there is currently 4 construction sites on the roadway, and there's about to be another one on this main road that I'm fixing to turn on. They're going to make this a 6-lane highway. Now, granted, it needs to be widened. It needs to be 2 lanes in either direction with a turn lane in the middle at least. However, I think 6 lanes is rather overkill. I don't know what they're thinking. This road is not that big. It goes from 231 to 98. But I don't think it warrants being a 6-lane highway, especially since there's businesses and residentials on the sides of this road. I just don't get it. It's like they either do nothing or they do all the things at one time, and it just makes no sense. But in a way, I kind of understand, because their philosophy on this right now is we would rather do this, basically the same thing I say, pay for it once, and that's what they're doing. And I understand that concept, but that's $50 million. $50 million. And I'm sorry, but they could make this a 4-lane with a turn lane in the middle, make the problem that we have on this road go away, and fix multiple other streets that are in desperate need of fixing in this town, all over the place, with that same $50 million. I get it, I do, but by the same token, I just, it's one of those catch-22s. I'm just personally a little irritated, because this is the main way to get to my job, as well as my husband's job, which is right there. And they're going to be buying up a bunch of their land, which means they're going to have to push their facility back on the lot, or sell their whole lot and buy a new lot somewhere else. It's just really frustrating, because this is going to affect everybody. All the businesses on this road are going to be affected by this. And I don't know. It's just going to be a giant calamity. And for the next 6 years, I'm going to be avoiding this road like the plague, because it is going to be a disaster to try to even bother to drive on. It's already bad. This is the wrecky, Havenest stretch of road ever. And it's going to be worse before it gets better, I think. So, I don't know. That's all I have to say about that. Well, not really, but it's all I can think of right now. So, they're getting started now. And it's tourist season. And didn't I say last year, tourist season, they find some way to F up the roadways. And they're doing it again. It's just, why can't, maybe it's a temperature thing, and that's why they can't do it in the winter when nobody's out except locals. I don't know, but they wait until we have tripled our city's capacity with people to do stuff like this, and it just causes giant problems, because the shoobies don't know where they're going to begin with, and then you're going to F up the roadways so that they don't know even more where they're going, and get all turned around and confused and detoured, and it's like, wow, I don't get it. Whatever. Ugh, it's just frustrating for me. I know, I'm probably ranting about something that is totally useless to rant about. Thanks, big truck. However, I felt compelled this morning to rant about that, because I have been having so much issue with getting to and from work because of the construction. And not only that, but to and from anywhere, because at nighttime they've got other roads jacked up with workers, which I understand some roads it's better to work at nighttime, and I get it. yesterday was Janice's birthday, and it was funny because Miss Shirley came in early and she had her little cake that she made, and it was very delicious, by the way, and it was beautiful, and she had these little happy birthday plates set out, and she had made coffee and brought creamer and all of this stuff, and it was just perfect, and she had her little cards, and she had bought her plants, and it was really nice, and we were all waiting and excited, and Janice didn't come, and we were still waiting and still excited, and the boys were like, we're gonna have to go soon. And we're like, why isn't Janice here yet? Well, she had car trouble, and she had texted Shirley, but Shirley's bag was in the car, but she went out and got it, and she's like, oh no, she's gonna be late. And so we waited a little bit, and then she texted her something and said she was on her way. So we waited, and we saw her come in, and we were all excited, and we surprised her when she came back to clock in, and she was just so smiley, and it made her day, and I liked that. That was nice. She was in a good mood all day, so that was good. And so we're all singing happy birthday to her, and Bailey, the dog, he's a Bichon, and we're all singing happy birthday, and then he chimes in with his little howly voice while we were singing, and it was so funny, and it was a good morning, and the cake was delish. She made this bundt cake with applesauce, which made it nice and soft and mushy, and she had some sort of a tangy apricot glaze stuff on it. I don't know. It was awesome, though. It was fabulous. I could have really done some damage to that cake of melting it, but it was good. I only had one piece yesterday because I know it probably had 1 million calories in it, but it was really good. It was really worth it. So I'm almost at work, so I'm going to let you go, and as usual, if anything exciting happens, I'll be back, and if not, I will see you tomorrow.